Okay, perfect. Welcome to the 2026 West Hartford Youth Basketball League Senior Division Championship. This is Adam Marks, and with me I've got Caden Goldberg. And we've got a really exciting game here today. We've got the number 1 seed, Karen Agency, up against the number 6 seed, Restaurant Brico. And I think we're in for a great matchup.
Looking forward to it, Adam. Haven't been able to see much of these teams this year, but looking forward to a great game. Got some size, got some shooters out there, and hoping for a great basketball game.
Absolutely. Now we'll see that number 2 Brady Gill for Karen is a dominant ball handler, great at getting to the rim. For Karen, and for Brico, everything runs through number 42 in the middle.
Yeah. Hands all over the court early for Brico. Nice take inside by McCain, knocked away. Gill hustled after. He's going to drive in. Tries to put up a wild shot, but Schreiber there for the board, and now we get to see Brico on offense.
And that's really Gill's game. He's great at getting the hoop and can really finish through traffic. He's got a great right hand.
Absolutely. And firsthand experience, I can say that playing in these championship games on Sunday are very, very nerve-wracking. You'll see nerves early here. A couple turnovers early, but.
So that's number 10 for Brico, Owen Russell. Controls the game pretty well on top. And there you go. They enter the ball into Connor.
Schreiber gets it inside to Russell. Good look, couldn't finish. It's going to go off the foot of Joseph Corcoran and back to Kieran Agency.
So we're a minute in. We've got those nerves, as Caden was saying, right? Everyone's going to settle down in a little bit here.
Absolutely. I like to see early here, Gill slowing the pace early, a couple possessions into the game. Good open look for Ahern. Nice rebound inside by Corcoran, but can't get it to finish. That's last touched by Russell of Brico, and it'll stay with Kieran Agency.
Now, Danny Ahern yesterday in the semifinals caught fire against Wooden Tap. I think he had 12 or 13 points in that game, hit 3 threes in the first half that really got Karen off to a great position in that game.
Absolutely, and you know, basketball just a game of runs, so especially at this level here, you might see a team out to an early start, but you know what they like to say, game's not over till it's over. Russell's going to square for 3. Won't go. Hits the top iron, and it'll go back to Kieran Agency. So as I mentioned, you could definitely see the nerves here early. Good looks, just can't get them to fall. But as we get into this game, those shots are going to start falling.
Absolutely. Now, Karen was 8-1 in the regular season. So they had a great season. Ooh, nice steal there. Brico, the 6 seed, they were 6-3, and unfortunately on the short end of a 4-way tie break, which is why they were down in the 6th position.
You know, but at the end of the day, they battled their way here, and here they are on Championship Sunday looking to upset the number 1 seed, Kieran Agency. They find it inside to Schreiber. He's going to go up strong, and Colin Schreiber with the first bucket of the game, and a 2-0 lead for Brico 2.5 minutes into this one.
And you can see what Brico wants to do, right? Get baseline, dump the ball into Schreiber, and let him just dominate this game with his size.
Nice off-glass shot by Aiden Finitsis.
Yeah, Aiden's a second-year player in the division, and he's had a great season.
And it looks like today Aiden's going to have his test of Colin Schreiber. Aiden's got some size on him, but Schreiber definitely the biggest kid out on the court. As you mentioned, Brico's going to look to get it inside to him.
So it looks like Brico is, going man-to-man here, which is, interesting strategy here with a ball handler like Gill. But they must have a lot of confidence in Owen Russell's ability to defend him.
Absolutely. As a 3 by Levy, a little off. Gill looking to push. Doesn't have numbers, but it's going to take it right in. And a nice take by Brady Gill.
And that is his game, Caden. He just wants to get moving, get to that right side of the basket, and finish with that right hand.
Absolutely. And you can see him on the defensive side now all over the court. It looks like he's gained a little momentum. Pass ahead to Ahern. Can't get it to finish.
Colin does a good job cleaning up there, making sure it's a one-shot possession.
Couple early turnovers by Brico, as we mentioned, those nerves, but as far as Kieran Agency goes, like you mentioned, Brady Gill loves to take to the hole. It was a great take. We'll see if it'll maybe cause Brico to switch to a 2-3 zone at some point with the size of Schreiber down low.
Yep. And it looks like we've got our first sets of subs here. So we got in for Karen. It looks like we have George Nagel for the first time, number 1.
Spin inside by Gill. Can't get it to go. Looks like he's trying to find his shot early here, just a little off.
Oh.
Gonna get it back to Schreiber. Forces the pass.
Oh. Yeah, Schreiber just did a great job getting back there, establishing defensive position. It would have been really easy for him to pick up a foul down there, and that is something that Brico can't have. They cannot have Schreiber get into foul trouble.
Absolutely, and that's something at this age you love. Coaches love to see. You miss a shot, you force a turnover, not putting your head down, just hustling back on defense. Great job by Schreiber there.
So Karen is into a 2-3 zone. Colin gets his own rebound, goes back up. You can see the size difference just looking at the court. Karen is going to need to find a way to keep Schreiber off the glass.
Gill tries to take it inside, gets his own rebound. Kane thought about a 3 and said he's going to reset the offense here. 4-4 game, about 5 minutes into this one. You can hear Coach Nicholas telling Brady to drive it inside, shot off. But as you mentioned there, the size of Colin Schreiber, one thing you like to see there is a miss, and he gets his own rebound, keeps that ball up high, and goes right back up.
We have a foul there on Brady Gill, just playing a little aggressive defense. Now, one of the rules that we have for this division that's different from other basketball, in the first half of games, you cannot play defense in the backcourt once possession has been established. So you'll see teams picking up defense right at half court sometimes. But that's why when the rebounds and possessions established, everyone's just getting back.
Absolutely. And, I think it's good at this age, especially early in these games. We talked about nerves, letting these kids get inside. A great take inside by Aiden Finitsis as he gives Kieran Agency the lead.
Good aggressive play there.
One thing you're definitely going to see here in these next few minutes with Schreiber not on the court is Kieran Agency looking to drive it inside.
Yep.
Without that big body inside.
That was a great backdoor cut and a nice pass there by Brico. Couldn't finish at the hoop. Jump ball. And you know what? You love to see Brady Gill being aggressive on defense, but with one early foul, you've just got to, pick and choose your spots there. You don't want to pick up a cheap one and end up with 2 fouls. That's going to impact the way you play the game.
Absolutely. Read my mind there. I like the great defense of Gill here, but you might, with one foul early, picks up a second one. It could be very dangerous. Deep corner shot by Jake Peabody off. Brady Gill looking to push. Drives in. Off balance shot, gets it to fall. And, as you mentioned, that looks a little unnatural, but that's just his shot.
Yeah, he gets to that right hand, and he is just so confident in his ability to make those tough shots falling away from the basket. Nice pass by Brico. That is great movement.
As Charlie DeIlia with the basket. Gill looking to drive right back again, and they're going to get him. They're going to call him for the travel there.
Yeah, looked like there could have been some contact, but the defense was pretty good, trying to force things a little bit.
Absolutely. Good help defense there by Brico to cause that turnover. A little over a minute here remaining in the first quarter. 8-6 lead for Kieran Agency, the number 1 team. Madsen Jones will fire a 3, but there for the rebound. Peabody can't get it to fall. Second chance opportunity won't go for Charlie DeIlia. As under a minute here. Gill going to slow the pace down.
Brico can't keep letting Brady get to that right hand. They got to force him to go left if they want to stop him from hitting those shots he likes to hit. It looks like their defense hasn't maybe quite figured that out yet.
Good ball movement here by Brico. Great ball movement.
Wow.
Sets up a good look.
Got a good look. It didn't go in, but that was great. And travel there as Aiden Finitsis goes to the ground after the rebound.
It was a tough call there, but nonetheless, it'll stay with Brico. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Get it back out top. Peabody swings it over to Jones. Jones over to Dijak.
Oh,
ball's
like
on the
some
ground.
confusion.
Little confusion here, as you mentioned, from Brico. But again, great ball movement. Jones will fire a three.
Oh, looks like Brico's going to have time for one last shot here.
As Joseph Corcoran will check in here, 1.3 seconds left in the first quarter. It's going to be a catch and shoot. You got enough time for a good-looking shot, though. They're going to try to get it in, but great defense there by Dijak.
That was good defense by Karen, indeed. And look, we've got a close game. This is what you want to see. Everyone's competing hard. You saw Colin Schreiber got a little bit of a rest in that quarter, but Brady Gill went the whole quarter, and I think Aiden Finitsis did as well for Karen. And in this division, the rule is everyone's got to play at least 8 minutes. Everyone's got to sit at least 8 minutes. So we'll see what Karen's strategy is here to get some rest for two of their more impactful players.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, with the minute rules here, definitely hard on these coaches to figure out different lineups on the court. But nonetheless, excited to see what will happen here. So at the end of one, Kieran Agency 8, Restaurant Brico 6. Start of the second quarter here, and as you mentioned, Schreiber didn't play those last few minutes, so Schreiber back on the court to start. And something to notice here for Brico, they're keeping Matthew Dijak out on the court to start the second quarter.
Let's see. That's Ben McCain out on the perimeter. I expect to see a lot of McCain this quarter with Brady Gill out. He'll probably assume some of the ball handling responsibilities and run the offense. He's not.
McCain's going to step back for three. Nice rebound by Danny Ahern. Can't get it to fall, but a great positioning inside.
McCain is great at attacking the basket. I'm not sure that shot on the last possession is exactly what the Karen coaches want. I think they want him trying to drive to the basket, especially try to use that speed against Schreiber's size.
Absolutely, and some of these shots, as we mentioned, have to do with just the nerves here early. As it looks like Schreiber's going to get called for an over the back there.
Yeah, just a little bit too aggressive on that rebound. Went through. I think it was McCain he went over, but first foul there for Schreiber to match the first foul on Gill for Karen.
As you can hear, Karen coaches telling McLean to drive inside, but Schreiber there for the block.
And you can see the difference in height there with McCain and Schreiber.
Absolutely, and having Schreiber on the inbound here does not make it easy to get the ball in. As Finitsis with a little bit of a force, but gets it back. And they're going to say last touched by Schreiber, so it'll stay with Kieran Agency.
Tough to get the ball in sometimes from the corner, but McCain's able to get it over to Jack Lestini.
Absolutely. And like you said, not only getting that ball in the corner, but once you get it in, having that ball in the corner, the dangerous corner there, Schreiber forces the turnover. It'll head back to Brico.
Looks like we got Charlie DeElia checking in for Brico.
Slow start to the second quarter as well, but like we said, Some of these boys will find their momentum. Schreiber in for the rebound.
You can hear Brico's coaches asking for a foul on that action under the basket. There was certainly some contact, but I guess the refs feel that it didn't rise to the level of a foul.
Agreed. And down on the other end here, a couple great takes inside by Danny Ahern. Hasn't gotten any of them to fall yet, but great looks inside, and that's what a coach looks for. What a finish by Ben McCain.
Yeah, that's a great finish over size, and you know, it looks like the Karen coaches have recognized that Schreiber's got that foul and are telling McCain to drive to the basket, see if they might be able to pick up a second.
Absolutely. A lot of different things going through the minds of the coaches here. Obviously, whole minutes thing, different players picking up different fouls, trying to slow down your offense, get good shots. As Venitsis drives inside, a little bit of a wild shot there. Schreiber with another rebound.
Looks like Rico's trying to push the action a little bit.
And, you know, just not being strong with the ball for Brico on these last 2 possessions, just silly turnovers. Good screen there set by Jack Listini.
There's
to get McCain open, but he pulls it back out. Get it out of that corner, you can hear coaches saying. Great defense by Owen Russell.
Karen's doing a good job possessing here. They're not panicking. And some great defense by Russell there. Looks like it was tipped out by McCain.
Yeah, as you see, number 10 for Restaurant Brico, Owen Russell all over the floor there. Schreiber's gonna find an open Joseph Corcoran, but Schreiber gets the rebound.
He skied for that rebound. You know, that's the difference here. If he can be aggressive on the boards, there's just not much Karen can do. They've got to box him out early, push him out of that lane, because they just can't jump with him. That height is not something that they can deal with. That said, they've got a 2-point lead, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Brico staying in this game with all those offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities. Kieran's gonna definitely talk about on the defensive side of things for them, you know, like you mentioned. Schreiber already probably near double-digit rebounds. Got to figure out a way to box him out, grab a board, because these second chance opportunities are what's keeping Brico in this game. But still early, still 4.5 minutes here in the second quarter.
And it looks like Brico's decided to get Schreiber a little bit of a rest here. We'll see if Ben McCain can take over without him there.
And right on cue, McCain drives inside, gets the basket to fall. And the foul is going to go against Jake Peabody. So a 3-point play opportunity here for McCain. The first free throw of the game.
We had a violation on, I believe it was a violation on Karen stepping inside the arc before the ball had been released.
Absolutely. That's another good look for Peabody, as you can hear Coach Joe Crevelin telling Peabody, keep shooting that. You know,
yeah.
It's a good look. He gets open shots. He'll get it to fall. You know, as a 3-point shooter myself, as much as my father didn't love me taking all those threes, sometimes they'll fall. Well, if I keep taking good looks.
As I recall, you had a memorable 3-pointer in one of these championship games some years ago, isn't that right?
Absolutely, yeah. Back in 2018, full circle moment, listening to you, Adam, and Joe Gamo calling a great game. Years later, here I am next to you, watching the next generation of these players.
And it's
a cool moment.
It's
as right there, taken away quickly, though, by Oliver Racco. He'll drive right in. As Ahern, another offensive rebound, can't get it to fall.
The rebounding is just, it's a little bit different when Schreiber's not there.
Absolutely.
We've got a 4-point game. It's still close, you know, and Brico's had a lot of good looks that haven't dropped. You know, if they just hit one of those 3-pointers, we'd be talking about a 1-point game here, but it hasn't happened yet.
Absolutely. One thing I've noticed on the offensive end for Brico here is they're swinging the ball great. You know, everyone's touching the ball, they're swinging it. But a lot of times that next guy catches it and we're being a little weak with the ball. Got to be strong with it, be tough. And right there, that's what you need. A put back there, be strong, not afraid of the contact, as Charlie D'Elia will head to the line for 2.
That's the first foul on Karen this quarter, so they've gone 5 minutes just playing great defense, no fouls.
Yeah, but as we talked about playing aggressive, you know, like you just mentioned, not many fouls here early. If I'm Coach Joe or Coach Nicholas, I'm telling my boys, be a little bit more aggressive here. You know, we don't have anybody in foul trouble. About 3 minutes left till half as D'Elia knocks them both down and back to a 2-point game. Back and forth game early. We'll see if at any point in this game either team will go on a little bit of a run.
McCain with another aggressive drive there. You can tell that's what the coaches want him to do with Schreiber out.
As Oliver Racco couldn't get the first to fall, but followed his shot, got the rebound, and put it back up for 2.
Love to see the guys being aggressive out there. So now Karen's playing a 2-3 zone there, you know, and you can see their guards extend out quite a bit. So that middle is wide open if Brico can find a way to attack through it.
As McCain and Ahern looking to slow it down. As it might have gone off McCain's knee. No, they'll say it was last touched.
I believe it was
by Sam Bloom.
Yeah.
Yep. So Kieran Agency looking to extend what is already a 4-point lead. As Racco thought about it. Swings it out again. Danny Ahern for 3, won't go. Racco another offensive rebound. McCain's going to try a 3. Won't go. And another chase down rebound.
I believe that was Ahern.
Danny Ahern all over the floor. Ahern's going to find McCain up and under, can't get it to fall, and
couldn't quite get the angle.
Peabody looking to push the pace, driving coast to coast, takes it in, blocked away by, I believe, Oliver Racco.
Wow, great D. Ahern with the shot. Oh, that was, who was that? That was Joe Peel, I think, who got that rebound and got that up. Rico trying to push the accent. Oh, this could be, oh no.
As Kieran had an opportunity with numbers there, but decided to slow it down.
Oh, great pass by McCain. I'm not sure how he even saw George Nagel down there.
What a great find by McCain. Nagel unable to finish it. Under a minute remains. D'Elia, as Bloom's going to fire a 3.
Just off the back iron.
As both squads have had quite a few open 3s, can't get any to fall. Nagel ahead of the pack. This time gets it to fall. George Nagel with his first bucket of the game and a 16-10 lead for Kieran Agency. 25 seconds remaining in the first half.
And this is exactly what Karen did in their game yesterday. Used the second quarter to extend the lead, even though Gil was sitting on the bench. But, you know, that 3 for Brico is absolutely enormous.
Absolutely. Jake Peabody, and as I mentioned just a couple minutes ago, coach telling Peabody, hey, Jake, keep shooting that. It's going to fall, as Peabody gets the first one to fall. 3 seconds. McCain's going to fire a 3. Won't go. And at the end of the first half, Kieran Agency with a 16-13 lead over Brico. And, you know, that 3 right there about 15 seconds ago by Jake Peabody, the first made 3-pointer of this game for either squad. Got to think it brings a little momentum to Brico heading into the second half.
Absolutely. You know, it's a one-possession game. Anything can happen here to turn this around. Schreiber didn't play the last 4 minutes of the second quarter, and Brico was able to hang in there. But as I said, Brady Gill didn't play the second quarter at all. Karen was able to extend the lead. And you know what? I'd expect him to go the whole entire second half here. I think
Yeah.
he's going to go all 16 minutes.
Absolutely. And neither coach used many timeouts at all, so you have to think if Gill does go this whole second half, coach will use the timeouts to his advantage to get him a quick rest.
You know, and we've got a special contributor here. We've got Dave Goldberg, who is a three-time champion coach for the West Hartford Youth Basketball League Senior Division. So, Coach Goldberg, I just want to know, what are you seeing out there? What are you seeing out there that you think can tilt this game in the second half?
Good afternoon, everyone. I guess I would just quickly say, first of all, I'm really impressed with both teams thus far. The way they've attacked the game both physically and mentally, spread the court, and have had great trust and faith in each other. I really think this game's coming down to the end. It may really just come down to coaching. I think the players are doing everything they can.
Now we're hoping that Coach Goldberg might be able to go get a word with some of the coaches, see what the coaches are thinking for the second half.
So we got about 2 minutes to go before the start of the third quarter as Coach Goldberg, a.k.a. Dad, heads over to talk to the coaches. We'll hear from him in another minute or so. But, you know, as I mentioned, I really do think that three there at the end by Peabody brings some momentum to Brico. And, you know, as I mentioned, collectively the teams are now 1 of 15 from three, the first 3 of the game to fall. So Peabody's going to find his shot, and Coach will tell him to keep firing it. But as we mentioned, Gill didn't play any of the second quarter. Schreiber for Brico sat a couple minutes, so I think this second half will be a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, and as we mentioned earlier, in the second half, teams can play full court press for defense. So it'll be interesting to see. Karen does a lot of pressing, and you know, Brico does as well. So it'll be interesting to see whether the teams come out in the press, try to speed the game up, cause some turnovers. What does that do to tire guys out? Are they going to have legs at the end of the game? There's, you know, a lot of strategy that comes into play with that press and teams' ability to break it. And it looks like we've got Coach Goldberg coming back after having spoken to the coaches. So let's see what the coaches had to say.
Yeah, this was great. First of all, thank you to both sets of coaches for just giving us a minute here. So on the Brico side of the court, I think we can expect to see them really, really focusing on valuing the possessions, limiting their turnovers, and really doing a better job of getting clean shots up. On the Karen side of the court, I expect they're going to really look to pick up the pace here. Maybe put a little more pressure on the defensive side and turn that into some quick buckets. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks
and best
very
of luck.
much, Coach. And as we just talked about, both things as we expected. You know, Brico slowing down the possessions in the first half, swinging the ball great, but a lot of sloppy turnovers, looking to clean that up. And for Kieran Agency, as we mentioned, no one's in foul trouble. You know, you get 5 fouls before you foul out in this league. Nobody has more than 1, so definitely going to be more aggressive.
You know, and we should mention before this the second half starts, Karen Agency, one of their key players, Connor Joe, injured his finger a couple weeks ago, is out for the season. So here they are. They've gotten all the way to the championship game. They're here with a 3-point lead at halftime without one of their key contributors, which is a testament to the coaching and how this team is playing hard.
Well, 16 more minutes of basketball and a 16-13 lead for Kieran Agency. As the refs get situated, we're nearing the start of the third quarter.
As expected, we've got Brady Gill back on the court. We've got Aiden Finitzis on the court. It looks like Ben McCain, having played the whole second quarter, is now sitting for a little bit. And let's see, it looks like Karen's ball.
And right out of the gates, Kieran's going to start with the ball, and you can see Owen Russell up, applying light pressure. As we mentioned, you're allowed to full court press in the second half, so no restrictions on the defensive end. As Russell's going to drop back and just apply some light pressure as we start the third quarter of play.
Yep. Looks like they're still in that man-to-man. You can hear Coach Krevelin asking Connor to push Brady Gill to his left. He's doing a good job kind of keeping that defensive stance, forcing him left.
As Gill's looking to drive inside. He does. Doesn't have anything open. Got to get rid of it and taken away by Stone Levy. Ahead to Carson Levy, but great defense by Finitzis as he's trapped. And a smart timeout called by
Nicholas Calabrese. There he goes. Save that possession. You've really got to value every possession. I think that's just their first timeout called this game, so they've got plenty. They got plenty to go here. A really well officiated game so far, wouldn't you say, Caden?
Absolutely. You know, we love seeing great calls out there, especially seeing these refs having a good time themselves out there. You know, that's the most important thing.
And you know, these our refs for this game have been with the league for well, as long as I can remember. 30 years we just hear. Wow. That's we've got LaTroy, who's heading back down under the basket where Karen is shooting, and Ponch making his way to half court. You know, both of them are valuable participants and contributors to the West Hartford Youth Basketball League. We couldn't do what we do without the officiating crew.
As a foul is going to go against, I believe, Schreiber.
Schreiber on the reach in. That's a cheap one that you can't pick that one up.
He's fine for now. He's only got 2, but if he picks up a third in the next couple of minutes, definitely something you'll have to think about. As to the line goes Oliver Racco. Can't connect on the first.
And he, in the game yesterday against Wooden Tap, he confidently stepped up and hit a couple of free throws towards the end of the game as Wooden Tap was trying to mount a comeback. A little bit off on both of those. We got
Russell looking to push.
Let's see.
And a little too fast, out of control. And, you know, that's what we just talked about at half. Brico looking to slow down the pace. That right there is not what you need.
Yep. And now just your halftime leaders here on points. It looks like Colin Schreiber for Brico had 6 points in the first half. For Karen, a balanced attack with Aiden Finitzis, Ben McCain, and Brady Gill, each having 4 points. Oh, Colin just took a knee to the face from Aiden Finitzis. Aiden Finitzis with good sportsmanship trying to help him out. Looks like Colin steps up and wow, tough. Not even coming out of the game and asking for the ball right away. That's
as Owen Russell open, thought about the 3 instead, gets it inside. Nice look to Schreiber. Schreiber misses the first 2, but gets his own rebound. A third try won't go, and taken away by Gill, but he took a step before the first dribble. Yeah, so it's going to stay with Brico.
You wonder if that shot that Schreiber took to the eye just a few moments ago impacted those shots. Oof.
As that 3 from Corcoran won't go. Gill looking to push. You know he likes to drive inside. He's going to take it coast to coast. Try to get it over. Schreiber won't.
He went right at Schreiber looking for that third foul. Rocco with the up and under. And you hear
Karen Agency. As you
hear Karen saying, set it up, set it up. They're ready for the press.
Is this press for Kieran? Brico looking to break it as they can't, taken away by Racco, and here comes Gill. Brico trying to set their offense. Russell will be guarding Gill. Gill drives in.
Ooh.
And it stayed in.
Yeah, it looked like Gill may not have actually established possession inbound when he grabbed that ball, but it's turned over anyhow on the travel.
Yeah, I believe the travel will go against Matthew Dijak. So Schreiber across court to Stone Levy. Owen Russell back inside to Schreiber. Gets the basket to fall, and we have a 1-point game.
And you know, that is the thing with the press. If a team can break it consistently, they can get a lot of those odd man advantages going down at the other end. And you saw Brico, they broke the press, and then they ended up with a 3-on-2 and took advantage of it.
Absolutely, and you can see the frustration on the face of Brady Gill, not really able to get anything inside right now. Looking to swing the ball as Racco tries to drive in. Off glass, won't go. Schreiber the rebound. He's looking to push.
And, you know, Schreiber is a great athlete. He can do this. Steps in. That was Corcoran. Just took steps before getting that shot up.
And, you know, as we mentioned all game, just these silly turnovers here from Brico. But yet still a 1-point game. Kieran yet to score in the second half. 3 minutes in.
Gill wants to go to that right hand, but Colin Russell's doing a good job. Owen Russell's doing a good job taking it away from him. But now this is where he gets going downhill. Again, great positioning. Defense is all about positioning. That's what we always tell our guys. You play it with your feet, not your hands.
Absolutely. As Dijak's going to try to drive past Schreiber, a little off balance, can't get it to go, and a jump ball called. It'll head back to Brico.
We've got some subs in for Brico. I believe that's 23, Sam Bloom, 5, Jake Peabody, and 1, Matson Jones.
Absolutely, and watch out for 5 Peabody as he hit that three-pointer, and you heard Coach telling him keep taking that. So if he gets an open look, he's going to fire.
Another great press break by Brico. And a
Matson
wonderful
Jones
look.
Open underneath, and Brico takes the 1-point lead.
That was a great look. And you can look, you see Karen, even off that made basket, they get it into Gill, and Gill tries to get that ball up court. They do not want Brico to get set, because with Colin Schreiber in the middle, everything gets much tougher.
McCain can't really find anywhere to go with it. Gets it back inside, tries to go over Schreiber, but just that size inside is so big, it's so hard for Kieran Agency to find anything. Schreiber looking to take it coast to coast, swings it to an open Russell in the corner.
Oh, McCain with a great rebound, and he's going to push it too. Let's see what happens here.
As a nice looking shot from Joe Peel on the assist from Ben McCain. As a back and forth game here. Peabody inside to Schreiber, a wide open layup. And back and forth. Timeout called by Kieran Agency.
You know, you wonder after Rico's beaten that press consistently, what do you think, Caden? Do you think they might pull the press off? It's one of the hallmarks of their game all season. You just wonder if they're going to keep going with it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell here. I think they tested out for the final 2 or 3 minutes here in the third quarter, but if it continues to get beat, I think they drop back and just play good defense, what was working earlier. But as you mentioned, it's working all season for them, but you know, these teams have played each other before. They know what to expect. So I do think if they continue to break it, they will drop back. But like we said, this game far from over. About 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter and a full fourth quarter of basketball ahead. But Brico really swinging the ball well and finding the big man open underneath. And not even the big man. Schreiber passing it up on that last basket there to number 1, Matson Jones. So Brico with a 19-18 edge, 2:51 remaining in the third quarter.
You know, and Caden, on that last timeout, you know, we're used to in this league the coaches calling timeout. It was actually Ben McCain who called that timeout. He could see things a little bit out of control, not going the way that he thought they should. I actually had the privilege of coaching Ben last year, and he is just a very smart player. He knows what he's doing. You know, so that was a great decision by him. It looks like Schreiber shuffled those feet a little bit, turned the ball over. But again, to McCain, just a very heady player.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the funny thing about that timeout there was good call by Ben McCain, realizing his offense might be in a little trouble. But I think the funny thing about that is I'm not sure if Coach Nicholas Calabrese knows that was his timeout still. As a nice drive inside by McCain gives him the lead back.
Another good press break by Brico. You just wonder if Karen's going to keep it on.
And I think what Kieran Agency needs to do in this next minute or two with Schreiber off the floor is continue to drive inside. And I think Brady Gill and Ben McCain both realize that, as we'll see on this possession. They're going to try to drive it to the basket.
And you figure Coach Krevelin of Brico is going to try to get 2 minutes here for Colin at the end of the quarter, with the idea that they are going to play him the whole fourth quarter. So just a little bit of a break. And here goes McCain driving to the basket.
It's another good look by Joe Peel. This one won't fall.
Another jump ball, and this possession will go to Brico and give Karen a good chance to set up their press. And it just goes straight over the top. Russell to the
will
hoop.
Drive in, and he will get fouled. A great take inside by number 10, Owen Russell, so he will head to the line with a chance to tie and potentially take the lead.
And you know, Russell is normally a pretty good shooter. The shot's not going today, but you wonder if maybe seeing a free throw go through will help boost the confidence. Let's see if he can bend those knees, take a breath, and push one of these through.
Off on the first. Hopefully the second one falls for him, but regardless if it goes or not, yes, the made free throw definitely helps, but on the opposite end of that, if it doesn't fall, he can't let it affect the rest of his game. Got to get back on defense, and, you know, next play mentality.
And in any event, his defense that he's playing on Brady Gill is worth more than a few buckets on the other end of the floor.
And so you can see Russell a little frustrated with himself, but just got to keep his head up, get back, next play. Funny thing here, we got a 20-19 game, and I know I mentioned early basketball's a game of runs, but we've really yet to see runs. It's just been a back-and-forth game. Gill right inside, and what we talk about with Schreiber not on the floor, Gill's got to take advantage of that. Russell a little out of control, finds Peabody. Nice ball movement by Brico. But Bloom was not able to control it, taken away.
And
chance for a run here. Gill's going to drive in. Gets it to fall. And a timeout for Brico. And right there's the little run that we talked about. Kieran Agency, 24-19 edge.
And it was two baskets. Brady Gill getting to that right hand, not meeting resistance at the rim because Schreiber wasn't on the floor. So the defense either has to clog that lane if he gets through, or I expect maybe we'll see Schreiber come back in for this last minute, see if Brico can't get a basket here, stop the bleeding a little bit, stop this run, and head into the fourth quarter with either a one-possession game or maybe even a tie if they can get a stop and hit a three.
Absolutely. And one thing I'd really like to see from Brico here is, as we mentioned at halftime, Coach was saying they'd like to slow down their possessions. Even though Kieran is pressing, Brico is breaking it. When Brico breaks it, they seem to just be thinking they need that first basket instantly. What I'd like to see is Brico break that press, get into the front, the backcourt, and slow down their possession. You know, you get over half court, hold the ball, let your offense set, and get a good available shot. So a minute remains here in the third quarter.
As expected, we've got Schreiber back in. That's a long
dangerous pass somehow into the hands of Russell. And he's going to get revenge at the line.
We got a foul there on McCain.
But right there is kind of what I'm talking about right there. Russell catches it, drives right in. A good take, got the foul, but not necessarily needed. You know, catch that ball, slow yourself down, find the open guy.
It looks like if he had just taken a beat, he would have had Schreiber streaking down the lane.
Absolutely, and you look at the height difference out there right now. If you just slow it down and you find Schreiber. As a much-needed free throw for the confidence of Owen Russell here.
So this is what I'm saying. If Russell can hit another one, get it to 3 points, Brico gets a stop, this can be a tie game, maybe a 1-point game heading into the fourth, have Brico exactly where they want to be.
As Russell goes 1 for 2. Schreiber got to be careful with these hands here.
Yep. Oh.
Could have very well been called for a foul.
It was a great job by Russell, though, getting down, helping out, stopping McCain's drive, letting Schreiber get back, and then coming back to Gill.
Gill's looking to drive inside again, taken away by Peabody. Chance to cut it to 2 here. Rocco, aggressive defense. Hands all over the court. Brico needs to slow it down here. Schreiber gets it back to Russell. Thought about the 3. I like how he kept his composure there. I think Peabody's got to take that shot. Russell off the front iron. Won't go. 7 seconds. Gill looking to go coast to coast. Schreiber hoping to get back and block it.
Let's see.
Nothing called, and we will head to the fourth quarter with a 4-point Kieran lead.
You know, this game is still up for grabs. No one has broken away. In the first game between Brico and Karen, Karen went on a quick run in the first quarter, I think 14-15-0 maybe, and it was never really a game. You wonder how they're going to deal with a close one here, knowing that they've got Schreiber's size, which is just a real fail-safe if Brico can break the press and then slow it down and get back in their half-court offense.
Absolutely. Now, Adam, tell me this. You know, you're a coach in this league, one of the best coaches we have. Your team this year gave Kieran their only loss. What was the difference in that game, do you think, for your team?
Well, first of all, thank you for the compliment. You know, I don't know if I'm one of the best, but I appreciate that, Caden. You know, we pressed the ball up top against Karen and tried to turn them over. We did not let Gill get to that right hand at all. Force him to make a pass across our zone. We play a zone defense, which then gave us some runouts and allowed us to score some easy buckets. The other thing was that day when we beat them, Danny Ahern was just not hitting his shots. And as I mentioned, when Karen beat us yesterday, Ahern was a killer.
You know, any given day, anyone could be at their best. Russell can't get it to fall. Schreiber, the rebound, and he will head to the line.
That foul there was on number 4, Oliver Rocco.
Yeah. So what I took from that is what I think for Brico, if they're going to come back in this game, what they need is when Gill has that ball, you know, the great defensive number 10, Owen Russell, he's got to be out top, up on him, force him to his left side, and have trust in his teammates for the help defense.
That's exactly right. Force Gill to pass the ball.
Schreiber could not connect on the first or the second. And a violation on White, though, so Schreiber will get another chance.
You know, Schreiber is a pretty good shooter. He's a pretty good shooter, and he can even step out and hit a three-pointer from time to time. And there you see one drop through.
So a 24-21 lead for Kieran Agency, a one-possession game, 7.5 minutes remaining in this one. As Kieran looking to slow it down, and, you know, in this league, there's no shot clock, so, you know, you want the best available shot. Take your time with it. Gill picked up his dribble way out there. Got to swing it over to Matthew Dijak. So Dijak had a couple baskets fall early in the first quarter, second quarter as well, but hasn't really gotten anything to go since. Ahern's going to square himself, can't get it to fall, and the board's going to fall into the hands of Joseph Corcoran.
That's a foul there on Oliver Rocco, and it looks like the coaches for Karen thought that might have been ball or maybe a travel. It looked from here that there was a lot of contact. You know, and that's another issue when you're playing the press. That's already the second foul on Karen this quarter. We've got 7 minutes left. After the fifth foul, it's 2 shots the rest of the way.
So free throw is going to come down the stretch, and actually right there after that play, Karen was just warned about slamming the basketball down, so something to keep in mind there. But a one-possession game here as Owen Russell gets called for the travel.
It looks like he shuffled those feet before he got the ball down. It looked like he could have been called for one actually earlier in that possession, and you could hear the Karen coaches asking for it.
As you can hear, Coach Joe Krevelin telling Owen to guard Gill way out top here, and as we mentioned, force him to the left. Ahern's going to fire a 3. Got it to fall, hit every part of the rim. And the first made three-pointer for Kieran today gives him a 6-point lead. Way ahead to Russell. He's going to be fouled hard.
That was a big foul. That was a big collision. Oh, and Russell is down hard. Let's see. And he hops up, and he says he's staying in.
So Russell's got to come out of the game, even if it's just for a possession. But a huge 3 on that last possession from Ahern to give them a 6-point lead.
Yeah, so a little bit of confusion there. As soon as the coaches went out to see if Russell was all right, he had to come out for a possession. Oh, and it looks like Karen's looking to trap.
As a good timeout called there by Coach Joe Crevelin. His team getting trapped, and the last thing you need there is a turnover. Hopefully you draw something up here out of this timeout because Brico needs a basket here.
Yep, that was a 30-second timeout. I think Brico still has 2 timeouts left in this game. 3 timeouts, actually, I'm being told by the official scorekeeper. So they've got plenty. That was a good idea. You keep the possession, and you still have, and they still have time. Looks like they're lined up in a stack, and you'd expect this ball to go into
it looks
Schreiber.
Looks like Coach Joe is going to give Owen Russell another minute or so to make sure he's all right. And a jump ball called. It'll head back to Kieran Agency. Never mind. It's gonna stay with Brico.
And
As Russell's gonna check back in.
Yep.
So a 6-point lead, just under 6 minutes. Oh. Dangerous pass.
Really dangerous.
As Corcoran's foot just touched the line.
Oh, I'm sitting here right at midcourt, and I'll tell you, if he wore half a size smaller shoe, he wouldn't have touched it. It was close.
So, Brico in need of a stop here before this thing gets out of hand. Anything can happen, but Kieran with the momentum here.
Yeah, that banked in 3 by Ahern. Takes it from a 3-point game to a 6-point game, really changes the tenor of things.
Absolutely. As Dijak looks to drive inside, throws it up, won't go. Schreiber with the rebound. He's got Russell ahead, unable to get it to him instantly. He's getting pushed and shoved.
Ooh.
No call, though. They're going to say he was out of bounds.
Wow.
Little out of control on it. Could have gone either way there.
Looked like that could have been a foul possibly on McCain. A little push, but.
And, Schreiber grabbed that rebound. He saw Russell ahead, but couldn't contain the ball there. Wasn't able to throw that deep pass.
Yeah.
Which, if it was there, wide open layup, cuts this down to 4. Great defense by Owen Russell.
Almost got that steal.
As a moving screen called against Danny Ahern.
Yep.
The turnover that Brico needed.
Just did not get his feet set, kind of had those arms extended. And, that is...
It's a tough move inside, can't fall.
As I mentioned,
Schreiber.
though, with the fouls, Karen is now up to 4 fouls for the quarter. Every foul will be shooting. Gill gets around it, loses the ball.
Dijak, the hands there from Sam Bloom. Russell can't get it to fall. Schreiber there for the rebound. A jump ball, and it looks like this one will head back to Kieran Agency. Joseph Corcoran's going to check back in.
Colin takes another hard fall. He really leaves it all out there on the court, huh, Caden?
Absolutely. And you have to. You got to realize, it's Championship Sunday here. Got to leave it all on the court. There's no tomorrow. Last game of the regular season, last game of the season. Russell looking definitely tired out there, having to guard Gill way out there. Good look from Racco. Can't get it to fall, though. Schreiber. Oh. And he's going to head to the line. So as we mentioned, those fouls, 5 fouls and a half.
And I will tell you something, Caden. Schreiber is going to be sore tomorrow. He has hit the floor a lot.
I'm not sure any part of his body hasn't gotten hit today. But something to keep in mind for the final 4 minutes here, any foul on Kieran Agency, Brico will be at the line.
Yeah, and you know what? Brico has not had a single foul this quarter, so that means they will be able to defend aggressively. Their only player that has 2 fouls is Schreiber. No one else has more than 1. So they can defend aggressively. They can take some chances, make some things happen on defense, which is what they're going to need to do to get back in this game. It's not enough to score points. You got to get stops too.
And you know it's March. Our referee Poncho here is ready for some March Madness.
And I should mention, in Brico's first round game, they're the 3 seed. They played Black Bamboo, or excuse me, they're the 6 seed. They played the 3 seed Black Bamboo. They were down 5 with 30 seconds left. And managed to pull that one out on a last-second three-pointer off an offensive rebound. So they're not strangers to comebacks.
Not at all. And not only every foul getting to the line for Brico, but the clock stops. And so the clock is your friend here. A nice-looking free throw by Schreiber.
And the best way to score for a team that's down is with the clock stopped.
Absolutely. And curious to see here on a made basket if Brico is in a full-court press or not. Schreiber knocks them both down, and they will set it up. So a 4-point game, exactly 4 minutes remain here.
Oh.
Racco's going to find Ahern. Ahern's going to drive in. He's going to be fouled.
Foul early. I believe that's on the ground.
But it's going to go against Peabody. Schreiber thought it was on him. So Schreiber still only with 2. A lot of room to work with here.
There you go. And it is on the ground. Karen will take it out under the basket. So that's a great team foul.
So McCain to inbound it to Ahern in the corner. Back out top to Dijak, looking to slow it down. The clock is Kieran Agency's friend with a 4-point lead. Dijak.
You see Ahern go through again, not getting those feet set. He's really got to be careful. You don't want to turn the ball over on a moving screen.
Not at all. As Russell trying to force Gill to his left.
Doing a great job getting through those screens.
As Kieran just looking to waste as much clock as possible. They've already taken about 30 seconds off this possession. As you can see, Gill look up at the clock.
They're really taking the air out of it.
If you're Brico, you want to be up on that ball. Dijak's going to drive in and get it to fall back to a 6-point lead. Great finish.
That was a great take by Aiden there. Nice jump stop. Controlled himself, got his feet under him. 3, but just short for Corcoran. Didn't have it on those threes.
Yeah, you can see Gill looking up at that clock, thinking, how much clock do I want to burn? But now he's driving in, facilitating this offense. If you're Brico, you got to be up on the ball now,
Yep. Yeah, you got
taking a lot of time off. Could have been a moving screen. It's actually going to get called against Schreiber, so that's his 3rd.
That's the 2nd. Oh, Rocco. Oh,
nice
What
finish.
a shot.
Peabody hit one earlier. Couldn't get that one to fall. It's going to be a last touch by Schreiber. He's all over the floor today. Got to love the hustle.
Colin to the ground again.
As Schreiber's going to take a seat. As they lose their big man here with 2 minutes to go. Interesting call there, but an 8-point lead for Kieran Agency. Brico in desperate need of a stop. Gill looking to push. Can't get it to fall, but he's fouled.
It's just what they can't have happen. Even though Russell is playing great defense on Gill, once he turns that corner without Schreiber there, he just gets right to the rim. We saw it a little bit in the 3rd quarter, and here it is with 2 minutes left, trying to extend this lead up to 10. 2 minutes left. That's going to be tough work for Brico.
Absolutely. I was going to say some big free throws here. Gill cannot connect on the first, but you know, looking up the scoreboard, seeing you're down 8 versus being down 10 feels a lot different at this age. You know, you see, oh, I'm down double digits. But a big first miss here, looking to extend it to 9.
And now you got to box out on this rebound. Nope.
Now
Press gets set up. Oh,
and
no.
last thing you need there.
Oh, no. It looked like a little bit of miscommunication there between Jake Peabody and Sam Bloom.
And exactly what I was going to say there, Adam. You know, communication is such a key part at this age. You know, there's no communication there. No communication there. Thought he had him.
Yeah.
Teammate went the other way, and now it stays with Kieran Agency looking to put this one away.
Oh, great steal by
hustle by
Owen.
Russell, just couldn't get it. Dijak drives inside, can't get it to fall. Schreiber the rebound.
And Schreiber hits the ground again.
Nice take by Schreiber, cuts it down to 7. 1:40 remains. They're
press.
going deep.
Oh,
Racco ahead of the pack.
gotta finish.
Oh, and he blew the layup.
You see that sometimes?
Absolutely.
Just get a little bit too excited. Oh,
Rico,
God, that's
a
tough.
basket here changes this one. He's going to fire a deep 3. Left it way short. Maybe not the ideal shot.
You wonder if that's what Coach Krevelin wanted. Just a little too short, especially this late in the game. Your legs are tired.
So about a little over a minute remains here. A 7-point Kieran Agency edge. Got to go for a steal here.
Okay, so let's see what's going on here. It looks like Hearns out to inbound, gets it into Aiden Finitsis with a foul on Schreiber. That's his 4th, but they need to stop the clock. It looks like Finitsis will go to the line for 2.
You know, as we mentioned, free throws down the stretch are going to be crucial. These free throws, it's a 3-possession game right now. And actually, no matter what happens here, it'll stay a 3-possession game, but still some big free throws.
High arcing shot, just gets the front rim, and now you gotta rebound. Rebounding is the name of the game here. And that one falls right through. 8-point game. Brico is gonna need some magic, and that pass from Bloom to Schreiber just a little bit too high. You know, Brico had a phenomenal time breaking the press for about 14 minutes, and then just the last 2 minutes, a couple of miscues. Felt the pressure. We're under a minute now.
Absolutely, and I have to say, interesting call with Kieran keeping in the press. It is working, but you know, you see some coaches decide to drop back. You don't want that deep ball ahead, but it's been working. You know, that you also don't want to let them just easily get it in bounds, and it's forced some good turnovers.
Finitsis with a step through, misses.
Rico's got to go quick here. 45 seconds, down 8. Need a quick basket. Russell with the ball. Gets it to Schreiber. Schreiber looks to drive inside. He's fouled. And what do we say? Clock stop is Brico's friend.
Cannot stop the clock.
Big free throws here. 36.7 on the clock.
You know,
Brico down 8. A pair at the line would cut it to a 6-point lead. Schreiber's first one, little long. Make or miss, though. You got to hope that both Sam Bloom and Owen Russell get in there, grab a rebound. Gets the second one to fall. 7-point game. Dangerous pass.
Loose ball. Got a foul there on number 5. That's Jake Peabody. Will send Ben McCain to the line.
But Brico had a couple opportunities right there to get a steal, just couldn't get it.
You know, and his team is down 7 here, but I'd be remiss if I didn't point out Colin Schreiber has 16 of Brico's 26 points, countless rebounds. He's playing a great game. Just those shots for Brico, sometimes they fall, and today it is not fallen.
And, you know, as we mentioned, leaving it all out on the court, last game of the season, and Colin Schreiber did exactly that. So, you know, as a coach, a player, you got to love that teammate. as McCain knocks down the first. Can't connect on the second, but die jack.
That's Finitzis. Yeah, gets the rebound. He's in the corner and traveled. That was a smart trap there by Brico. You hear Nicholas Calabrese saying, no fouls, guys. That's the only thing really that can give Brico a chance is if they foul. Oh, and a bit of a miscommunication. And it looks like Coach Crevelin has told Brico not to foul. Karen, the #1 seed, will finish the season with just one loss and win the championship 34-26. That is the first championship for coaches Calabrese and assistant coach Jordan Frank. An excellent game plan by Coach Crevelin and his assistant Mike Smith. They kept it close, but just could not finish it off. Like I said, those shots just all game, they were getting good looks and they were just not falling.
Great game we had today, and as we mentioned, it would be a game of runs. We didn't see much runs. It was back and forth until the final 5 or 6 minutes where Kieran really showed why they were the #1 seed today. And what a great performance by both teams all around and a great battle.
Yeah, and it really was I guess it was the end of that third quarter. Schreiber came out for a moment, and Brady Gill hit 2 shots back to back, gave Karen a little breathing room, and well, that's how the game went.
Absolutely.
And now we're getting ready for the trophy presentation.
I want to give a nice shout out to Mason, one of the best assistant coaches that we've ever seen. I'm going to call up Brico, Joey Crevelin first, come up and introduce his team. Big round of applause for Brico. Joey? Come on up.
Hey guys, I'm Joe, this is Mike. We're the coaches of Brico. We had an absolutely awesome time this season coaching, just the greatest group of kids. Got stuck up against a really tough opponent today in Karen. Really well coached, really well played game, guys. Congratulations on the championship. Doesn't take anything away from our guys though, played really hard. And now I think I'm introducing them.
Yes, you are.
Okay, we'll do it by number. We got #1, we got Mattson.
Come on up, you just line up. Good job.
#2, we got Carson. #3, we got Stone.
Congratulations.
#4, we got Joe.
Yay! Good job,
#5,
Joe.
we got Jake. Give me some breakfast.
Joe, your coach.
Good job. Skip Owen.
Here you go, buddy.
#25, we got Matthew.
Shake your coach's hand now. Here you go. Good job.
#23, we got Sam, real quick.
Awesome job, Sam.
#32, we got Charlie. #42, Colin.
Good job, Colin.
And then we got the heart and soul of the WHYBL right here, #10, Owen Russell.
Hey, Owen.
Great season.
Good job, Owen. Good job, buddy.
Thank you all. Thank you to the parents for a great
Introduce
season.
Mike.
Oh, and we got our other coach, Mike. I think I already said that.
No, you didn't.
All right, and we will call out the coaches for Karen now.
Yeah, first off, I just want to thank Adam and Joe Gamo for making this all possible. I know it's a lot of hard work, and yeah, it means a lot to me. And this league is a staple of our community. I think so. So kudos to them. As for the team, I mean, the results speak for themselves. An incredible year. I think we finished with 11-1 record. Just such a hard-working group of great young kids, and I'm in awe of them. And nothing else to say about that. So we'll get on to the awards. Okay, damn, just leaving me hanging. Okay, so we'll start off over there. Joe, number 10.
Come here, Joe, shake my hand. Here we go. Good job.
Number 4, Oliver. I think number 3, Danny.
Give it to him. Good job, Danny. Good job.
Number 2, Brady.
Good job, Brady.
Pretty amazing season. Great job, bud. Number 1, George.
Good job. Great game.
Number 5, Jack.
Great job.
He's shirtless right now, but Connor Joe.
Good job.
Great season, bud.
Number 25, Aiden.
Thank you so much. Hey, great game.
And then finally, number 23, Ben. And just like Joey said, thank for our parents, fantastic all year round. I know Friday nights might be tough, 7 to 9, but they all came, they were ready to go, and I appreciate you guys. So thank you so much.
Excellent. And in the gym, the back gym over here, starting at 2:30, we'll have the award ceremony for the senior division as well as the All-Star game.
Next door, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
No. I don't know.
I smell
Turn on 3, 1, 2, 3, turn!
I wanted the final
That was so awkward.
I know, I'm sorry.
I was like, didn't do that for the other 2 games, so I was
I
like,
know, I didn't think of it.
I was confused.
And now
it was
they're
like,
getting older, so I feel like it's, like it wasn't so much the last time.
that was so awkward, but it's alright. Is that a soccer player right there? Is that the one with a hockey uniform on? Dead center?